Yeah, hello people, it's me, Pundit J. I've got a few questions from Andy, so I'm just gonna get straight to them. And the first question was, how has United's season been so far? Do you know what? For me, I think for Man United, it's been a bit so-so because you know what? On one hand, you can say, yeah, you know what? There's been a bit of small progress because United finished third last season. Now they're sitting in second. Do you know what I mean? So you look at it and you think, okay, do you know what? No one really expected United to be second at this stage of the season, especially when the transfer window closed. And you know what I mean? So everyone probably thought, yeah, do you know what? They're gonna be in fifth, fourth. Do you know what I mean? Trying to scrape into the top four. So for them to be in second at this stage of the season, you've got to say, do you know what? There's a little bit of progress. But on the other hand, we're still not really seeing a clear style of play, patterns of play. We're still not really seeing a philosophy. We're still seeing players going backward. And Ollie's still kind of trusting this McFred midfield, which to me is completely not the way to go. So yeah, there's still a lot of work for Manchester United to do to catch City and just even to maintain themselves as a top team in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Martial's had a rubbish season as well, so I don't even want to get onto him. Do you know what I mean? So the season so far, do you know what? It's so. That's all I can say. I'd say if I was going to give it a score out of 10, I'd say it's been a bit of a 6 out of 10 season. Now a trophy before the end of the season, by the end of the season, can take that right up to 8, 9. Do you know what I mean? But whether that happens is a different story altogether. You know what I mean? The second question Andy asked me was, would United make the top four? Right now, I'd say yes, but Man United are making it very difficult for themselves. They're doing it the hard way. How could you be so comfortable in second, chasing down City? United were even top of the league, you know, a couple of months ago as well. Do you know what I mean? But now it looks like the net's closing in. Chelsea have got a bit of a run going. Leicester are still there. West Ham are trying to force it. Everton think the big dogs again. Do you know what I mean? So listen, if you don't win your games, these teams will catch United, and it'll become a pressure thing with 5 games to go. And do you know what? They could miss out. So it's up to United to keep pace, keep picking up those 3 points, keep doing what they need to do. But of late, like we've seen, it's been nil-nils, can't score any goals. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But do I ultimately think they're going to do it? I'd have to say, yeah, I think they will. Only just though. Right. The third question was my thoughts on Manchester derby. Now, I'll be honest, yeah, I think this derby is just based on bragging rights, to be quite frank about it. Because you know what, yeah? City have won the league, innit? So this derby, in a sense, even if United beat City, United are just not closing that gap. Let's just be honest, innit? It's not happening. So really and truly, this derby is plain and simple, bragging rights in the City. That's it. Who's going to be in the WhatsApp chat groups, running the miles? Who's going to be going to work, key workers, arguing with the United? That's all it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it'll be a good game, though. I think it'll be a good game. I think City can be quite free in what they do because they're ahead. They know even if they do drop the 3 points, that it's not really much in it. Like United are not 2 points behind them or 5 points behind them. So I think City can go into the game playing their freestyle football and doing what they do and have no pressure on them. Where I think United, because they've fallen behind City so far, and United fans can see that, I think there's a bit more pressure on United to go and put on a performance. The drew 0-0 with Crystal Palace, not good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? So for them to go into a derby this week now, I think they're going to have to put on a performance and try and get the 3 points. But I honestly think it'll be a good game because I think that's the way it's going to go. I don't think it'll be a cagey affair. I think both teams will just go for it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do you know what I mean? Team selections and things like that. I think Ollie's gonna have to. I think Ollie's gonna have to find. Well, to be honest with you, Ollie's done well in the derbies, hasn't he? Really and truly over the last 2 years or so. He's done all right against Peps. So we'll probably go with the same type of system. Do you know what I mean? Sit back, hit on the counter-attack. And to be honest with you, he's got Daniel James, he's got Martial, he's got Marcus Rashford. All of them have got pace. He's used that at the Etihad before. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again, to be honest. In fact, I don't actually think Ollie knows a different way to play against City, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? And for City, well, he's got options. And he rested Foden. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's going to have nightmares the night before because Foden absolutely schooled him at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Score predictions, I think City are going to win, to be honest. I think it'll either be 2-1 or 3-1. I think both teams will score, but I think City are in that mode. And you know that mode that City get into, and it's hard to knock them off stride. You know, anything can happen in a derby, innit? Absolutely anything can happen. A sending off can change, a penalty here and there. Anything can happen, but City have got this thing about them. They're in that zone, in it, and I think it's going to be very difficult for Man United on this occasion. City are winning the ball back quick. Do you know what I mean? I think I tweeted the other day, I think it's gone down from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. Do you know what I mean? The way I watched them play against Wolves and that, do you know what I'm saying? So I think United are going to have to be very, 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 very sharp, especially on the ball. Because like I said, City are in that mode. The fifth question was, how do I see City's season panning out? Well, how I see it is the Premier League's already in the bag. They've got the final coming up against Spurs. I can see them easily winning that. But it's a final. And Jose, he's a funny character, do you know what I mean, with his team. They'll just sit back, to be honest with you. So anything can happen there, but I do expect City to win. And then it's the Champions League. You see, that's the one for City. I think if Pep can get the Champions League this season, then listen, mate, he's already going to go down in folklore. But that will make it even a greater season than what it is already. And that's what I say this, you know, because for me, City have proven, and they've done it so quickly, that they can win a title without those 4 or 5 guys that they had through the spine playing every week or coming in at the end of the company. David Silva, Yaya Toure, and Aguero's not been fit for most of the season. Do you know what I mean? When you actually think about it, yeah, he's rebuilt this squad. Because that's more or less his team now. Yeah, there's a couple of players here and there that are not as like Sterling and KDB. But the majority of that team, Gundogan, Gabriel Jesus, do you know what I mean? Zinchenko, Laporte, Diaz, Stones, Walker, Edison. They're all his players. They're all his players, do you know what I'm saying? So he's coming and he's rebuilt City and they're winning another Premier League. And now this is all within a 5-year period, you know. So I have to take my hats off to Pep, what he's done, the way he's rebuilt the team, as I said. And you know what? They're playing Pep football. They've got back. I seen Pep in an interview with Pep the other day, talking about they had to go back to basics, and they have. They've gone back to basics, and it was worked for them. Do you know what I mean? So overall, I think it's been a fantastic season because it didn't start off great. City was struggling at the beginning, but then they found that, like Pep said, they went back to the principles. They found the feet, and listen, 20, 21 games, however many games it is, unbeaten, wins in a row. What can you say apart from applaud it? Do you know what I mean? You can only applaud that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think for City's season, I think it's been a fantastic season. If I was to say something, I'd say 8, 9 out of 10. And I think if they can win the Champions League, that just makes it a 10 out of 10 season. There's no doubt if he wins that double, if he wins that treble, there's absolute no doubt. So that's Centurion seasons, formidable seasons, and you've got this season. Can't argue with it. It's superb. And that's how I see it panning out for City. I think they've got to keep in this zone, try and not have as many injuries as possible. And you know what? Sky's the limit for them this season. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So once again, that's what I thank Andy for sending me the questions. And yeah, people, enjoy the match because I will be. Yeah. All right, I'm gone.